Hi, welcome to New York sewers. We're going to explore the entire underground. The way to get in is at the south of New York. I climbed a viewpoint around here and you'll unlock a fast travel point. This is, as far as I can tell, the only way in. So come to the south here and you can unlock it from sequence 8, I think, but I'm at the beginning of sequence 9 doing it. Now, I'll play a map of the whole thing at the end, but the first place we're going to go is Old Dutch Church. So to get to Old Dutch Church, you leave by the only exit you can, and I'm going to rely mostly on eagle vision to find my way. If you find a circle on the floor, light the torch nearby, activate eagle vision, and it will light up with an arrow pointing in the correct direction. Now you'll need a couple of guards, but they shouldn't prove too much problem. And there's also a funny little room up here that I couldn't get into, so if you work out how to get into there, let me know. But keep eagle vision when you come to a junction, and you'll generally see a rat hole or an arrow or something like that. Anyway, this room is a junction room to 4 different locations. You've got Old Dutch Church, the Brewery, the Bowling Green, and back to South Market. But we are going to go to Old Dutch Church first, as mentioned, because it's very close by, and I lucked out by getting it here. Anyway, this one is a crankshaft turn, and I'll read out... I'm lying, it's a pick lock. So pick the lock's relatively straightforward, although honestly I think picking a real-life lock might be easier sometimes, because it's so easy to accidentally move the thumbsticks while you're jamming the trigger. Anyway, pick up your lantern, and from there we're going to go to the Bowling Green. So we're going to go back to that main junction room and take a left, and then follow the path around. So here's the main junction room, there's Bowling Green. And every time you come to a junction, use eagle vision to work out your next route. You'll either see a rat hole or some arrows or whatever it is, or the little circle thing on the ground. So there are some arrows, that's good. Follow the direction and you'll meet a guy here, finish him off. And there's another little hole in the ceiling here which is a little bit confusing. And that is a shortcut that we are going to unlock very quickly. So the idea is when you see those red planks or a red wall, look for a powder keg nearby, pick it up, put it down by it and shoot it. And then this is just a straight line, so you can carry all the way and we'll come to another red door. There's a powder keg right nearby there, so drop it down, shoot it. There we go, and that'll open that up. But for the time being, we're going to go back the way we came very quickly and finish unlocking Bowling Green. So, back to Bowling Green, you follow the path again the only way you can. Watch for clues. I lucked out here and just carried straight on, and it turned out to be the right way. But again, refer back to the map if you need it, and here we are at Bowling Green. There's no torchlight, but this is a crankshaft one, and I go left to the right, then right to the left, then right to the left again, and that unlocks it. I got really lucky with these crankshafts, I was kind of happy. I don't think I ever had to push more than 5, I don't quite know how. Anyway, from here we're going to go to the Brewery, and the quickest way to get to the Brewery, which is up here, is to fast travel back to the Old Dutch Church. So fast travelling back there, you can fast travel within the underground network, and then get back to the main little room here and look for the sign to the Brewery. We're going to head this way and carry on through. You'll see another junction room. One says to the Brewery and one says to North Dutch Church, but ignore North Dutch Church for the time being. I was hoping I might be able to climb across here quickly, but unfortunately I couldn't. Looking back, I think I might be able to climb up that wall and hop over, but we'll see. Anyway, heading this way, jump through this gap and then just keep pushing forward and keep your finger on the trigger and you'll end up here. Then hold right and you will make it around to this section. And then you just simply want to swing on this beam. I faff around for a bit, but swing on this beam and you'll jump over to that other beam just ahead of you there. Keep going onto this beam and then jump to the left. I apologise again, I faffed, I couldn't quite work out what I was supposed to do, but jump there. The beam of light should have been a giveaway. And again, just hold right and you will shimmy around to here, where it's a simple swing. There we go. A simple swing onto there. Make sure not to fall off, grab the conveniently placed lantern, pass through the doorway, we're going to come back there in a second, but pass through the doorway and unlock the Brewery. And here I go to the right, to the left to the right, and then left to the left, so that's cancel. And then I go right to the right, left to the right, left to the left, and left to the left again. So you basically, on this one, you just want to pull it right to the right once and left to the left once. Pick up your lantern, and we're going to go and unlock this shortcut. So you'll see the powder keg there. We're going to head to North Dutch Church from here, but you'll see that powder keg, so pick that up and run down here. Turn around and grab your lantern. This will give you a slightly clearer view of where I've put it. But run down here, turn to the left, and shoot the powder keg. That'll blow those planks away. You can tell they're red, so they're destructible. And then just carry on through here the only way you can, and you will come to another set of red planks in a second. There we go, and you may have noticed the powder keg that we just ran past. So put your lantern down, grab the powder keg, put it up against the planks, and shoot it. Boom! Now pick up your lantern again and continue on through. Look for the signs on the roof that point us in the right direction. And there you go. This one is a lantern challenge. So what you want to do is the jester on the bottom, the cross on the left, the eye at the top, and the scales on the right. There you go, and that will unlock that. I'm just going to disappear and buy some ammo, but we're coming back to Old Dutch Church. North Dutch Church, my apologies. So from North Dutch Church, we are going to unlock... We're going to head this way and unlock... Presbyterian Church. Okay, so Presbyterian Church and St Paul's Church are very close by. They are in the same direction, but I'm saving St Paul's Church to last because it took me a while to find it. So carry on back, excuse me, down the path until you get to this gate here. This gate's a relatively easy one to get to. There's water coming down, and all you do is jump from side to side when the water isn't there, and then onto this beam, jump over to the wall there, or sorry, drop down, unlock the door, grab your lantern, and carry on your merry way. Then follow the path using eagle vision where appropriate to help determine your direction, and you will come to an intersection that's Presbyterian Church and East Countryside. As mentioned, we're going to get Presbyterian Church first, so carry on down here, again keeping an eye out for eagle vision and such like, and you'll come to a lockpick opportunity. So pick the lock. There we go. And that is your next travel station open. I think that makes 6. From here we're going to go back to East Countryside. So that's this way. And again, this one's pretty clearly signposted if you stay in eagle vision. So get back to the junction room that you've just passed through where we saw the sign for Presbyterian Church and East Countryside. Here we go. We're going to head to East Countryside this way. And there's arrows, there's things on the floor, there's rat holes. You should find your way pretty easily. And if you don't, this isn't too terrible to run around it. But again, I'll put a massive map, or not a massive map, but I'll put the map up at the end so you can pause it and use that for navigation if you like. But then we've got another lockpick at East Countryside, so pick that lock. There we go. Smash, 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 open, open, open. And that is unlocked now. Now we are going to head to the West Countryside. And to get here, we're going to fast travel to the Presbyterian Church. And from the Presbyterian Church, you take the exit that you didn't before. It should be unexplored if you haven't been here already. It's this way. And use the thing on the floor to point your way. Follow the path the only way you can to the left, and then you've got a room with a dude in it, or a couple of rooms. So I shot the powder keg to take them out, hoping that I wouldn't run into any secret doors, but at this point I was fairly confident it would be okay. There's a little hole up there that you might want to explore. I couldn't get into it, but you never know what might be in there. And this is another crankshaft one. And I think I go left to the right, right to the right, left to the right, right to the right, left to the right, and it unlocks. And I don't know what prompted me to do that combination, but it worked out for me, so that was nice. Now, it is back to North Dutch Church, so that we can get to the Trinity Church. And to get to Trinity Church, we need to pass through a couple of junction rooms and head all the way out to the west. And there's your path there. So you're going to head straight ahead to this room, head towards the sign that says St Paul's Chapel. Carry on through here, and you will eventually get to a gate. And so go put your lantern down by the gate. I was just having a little look around. And then you want to climb up this rock face here with the crack in it. Climb up here, and then you've just got a few reverse jumps to do. And you do these by holding the trigger and pushing the jump button. And then shimmy around this little rock face here. And you're going to jump over to that crack there. And then you can just push around to the right. For some reason it wouldn't let me immediately, but if you climb back up, you'll work out how to do it. There we go. And then you can jump to the right from there and do a reverse jump up there. And then jump over there, drop down, and you're right by the gate to open. So open that, grab your lantern, and carry on through. From here, you want to ignore the sign. You want to follow the sign to St. Paul's Chapel, which is also the way to Trinity Church. And when you get to this point here, this is where it splits. So you can either go to Trinity Church or St. Paul's Chapel. And we'll come back here for St. Paul's Chapel in a second. But for the first gate, simply spin that wheel that's next to the gate, climb over, it will lower a platform, and you can open the gate from the other side. Then climb over this one and pass straight through. Sorry, I faff a little bit, but pass straight through. I'll get there eventually. There we go, that side. And then spin that wheel that I've just completely ignored. There we go. And that will lower another platform, which allows you to open the gate here. So open that gate, and grab your lantern, and go and put it down by the third gate, which isn't opened yet. And to get past this one, you can't climb over, as you can see. So what you need to do is go back to the platform that's just lowered, and jump this way. So jump off there onto the floor there. Then you're going to jump up onto this beam, and climb the wall that's right next to you. Once you're up there, go to the left a little bit and aim for that beam there. And then you want to jump to the right and climb up this wall. From there you jump over to the other side, drop down, and there is the gate to open with your lantern waiting for you. Hurrah! From here it's a straight shot all the way, just follow the signs all the way to Trinity Church. There's see that arrow on the wall there? It doesn't light up in eagle vision. But it is obvious. It's just black and painted on the wall. Anyway, follow the path around, and eventually you will get to another lantern challenge. Read the clue. There it is on the wall, and there's Trinity Church. And for this one, it is, I can't remember, but you'll see here. Crown, is it crown on the top? It's Mason sign on the bottom, eye on the top, eagle on the left, and whatever the other thing was on the right, but you saw it there. So you might want to pause that. Anyway, that's Trinity Church. From Trinity Church, we've only got two more to do. The next one we're going to do is City Hall, which is here. And I'm going to jump back to Old North Dutch Church to get there. So from North Dutch Church, you're going to pass through that big old junction room. There we go, there's the map. Pass through the junction room, follow the map that you've explored, come to the second junction room and take a left at City Hall. So here we go, you'll have explored this bit already, so just follow the path that you've already unlocked. And there's the signs of City Hall. So run through here. Again, use eagle vision to spot signs on the floor, look for rats, arrows and so forth. There we go, there's a little spinny thing on the floor. There's an arrow. Under here, round here. Looks like we head straight over at that one, and there's City Hall. And it's another lockpick. Finally, we're off to St. Paul's Church, and you may remember I mentioned it's the same place as Trinity Church, so get your way back there however you like, and head north. Now this gate will be shut, obviously, I accidentally blew it open, but there is a barrel up there that you can shoot, and I've lost my lantern, long story, but I came in through the water and couldn't carry it. But blow the barrel up and that wall will blow open. Then you can drop down and open that gate and retrieve your lantern, assuming you have it. From here, you climb up the wall here, take a left and up here, and then turn around and you'll see a barrel on the floor there. Shoot that to blow that wall open. And then drop down here and open the gate. Grab your lantern if you've got it, otherwise activate eagle vision and just run through here. This will eventually get you to St. Paul's Church, which is your final lantern challenge. This one's a little tricky. The sun goes on the top, the man goes on the right, the scales go on the bottom, and the Masonic sign goes on the left. Let's see, I'm going to swap them in a second. And that's it. That's all 11 New York Underground stations unlocked. Remember to use eagle vision. That's your friend, and you shouldn't have too much trouble. Anyway, lots of love. Bye!